Thank you. Hi.
BA's share price has taken a hit in the past year. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's an interesting one, and before I go into that, I think I should first say, let's look at the economy. I'm coming in at a time which is being described by a lot of analysts as probably the worst economic climate in the last 50 years. And consequently, BA's share price has taken a hit. I mean, we're now on, what, 170 pence, market capitalisation of just under £2 billion. That's down 44% year on year. So it has taken a hit. And I think we really need to look at why it's taken a hit and what the main reasons are, because it's not just the airline industry that's hit. Our competitors have been hit, and other sectors and industries have been hit as well. So first of all, we're in a global economic recession, as some people are calling it. Big point. And tied in with that is the fact that we're also in the airline industry, which is a very cyclical industry and tied to global economic performance. So we're in a downturn now, and consequently the airline industry is also being hit. The second thing, and I think it's very important for our performance in the past 2 years, has been fuel costs. Fuel costs have just surged. I mean, in June, July, fuel hit $140 a barrel, and that's hit us really hard. I mean, 30% of total costs have come from fuel in the past year. And from a revenues perspective, we could look and say, well, our revenue in 2007 was what, 8.7 billion, 2006 8.4 billion, 2005 8.2 billion. We've got strong, steady revenue growth. But unfortunately, we haven't converted that into profit, and one of the reasons has been surging fuel costs. And I think with respect to BA itself, in the past 2 or 3 years, it's lost market share. It hasn't been as competitive as it historically has been, and that really comes down to its strategy and focus. It's really lacked a clear vision, and it's been reactive in the industry rather than proactive. And I think, taking all these points together, you can see, if you look at the airline industry, there's been loads of bankruptcies. So in a sense, a positive to take from this is the fact that BA has a very strong financial position. I mean, we have a strong cash position, and I think we need to capitalise on that and take that going forward.
As well as the strong financial position you've just mentioned, what do you see BA's main strengths as?
I think BA's two key strengths, number one, its brand name, and number two, Terminal 5. Let's look at its brand name. BA, 50% of our revenues come from the UK, and I think, or at least I like to hope, that Brits hold BA, there's a special place in their hearts and minds for BA. We need to work and capitalise on that. We're also internationally recognised. 50% of our revenues, as I said, come from the UK, but 50% also come from the rest of Europe, Asia, the North Atlantic, the United States, etc. So we're internationally recognised as well, and we're internationally recognised within Europe for providing a good service. Customers like our service. So I think brand name is really up there. And with respect to Terminal 5, well, look, Terminal 5 is exclusively BA's terminal. We've got a significant competitive advantage in that arena, and we need to go forth and maintain that. I mean, state-of-the-art technology. It's efficient. There's a lot there. So with respect to strengths, I think there are two main strengths.
We've talked about strengths. Now, what do you see as your main weaknesses? Terminal 5, perhaps?
Look, Nikki, let's not dwell too much on Terminal 5. I said it's a strength, and it's a strength for a reason, okay? It's functioning absolutely perfectly now. Yes, we had our teething problems, but we've learnt from them, and we've got through them, okay? I mean, we've got 100 self-service checkout kiosks, 30 million people are travelling through the gates every year. There's 333 billboards. There's over 100 shops. I don't need to say anymore. Terminal 5 is a key strength. The issue, I think, with Terminal 5 is that it's had a negative effect in terms of people's opinion of BA. I said earlier that we provide customers with the best service possible, and because of the teething problems we had with BA, with Terminal 5, customers have been slightly dissatisfied, and there's a negative perception around at the moment. We need to work to change that, right? The second significant weakness with BA is its performance in the European short-haul market, okay? We haven't competed with the likes of Ryanair and EasyJet, and so it's a fairly lucrative market. It's not high-end, high-margin market, but it's important because we've been effectively taken out of the non-premium sector of that market. Why? Well, Ryanair and EasyJet have efficient aircraft, they have high load factors, they have low-cost airport facilities, all these things. So we need to really look at how we can go forth and break into the European market once again in order to compete with those kind of airlines. And I think, in essence, they're our main weaknesses.